Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we've got a matchup of two of the most punishing running backs in the NFL today. It's LeGarrette Blount and Thomas Rawls. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton here in the booth. And, Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Quarterback Russell Wilson ready to lead the Seattle Seahawks, who now sit at 7-4 following a victory last week against San Francisco. Wilson continuing a solid season. Threw for 228 yards, a pair of touchdowns in that game. He also ran another in.
The season that he's having, to me, because of what they rely on him for, is one that you've got to, it merits MVP talk. He's not going to win it, all right? There are other candidates that are going to be ahead of him. But take Russell Wilson away from the Seahawks with everything else swirling around this team. What kind of record do you think they have? Instead, they're 7-4 and still in the playoff talk. Russell Wilson has been magical for this team.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. Here's Wilson. A dump off to Lacy. 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Eddie Lacy, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Nifty move. Here come the Eagles. Last week, 31-3 over Chicago. See Carson Wentz and company. They're now 10-1, 9 straight victories. And 10-1 for the first time since 2004, Charles.
And that season culminated in a Super Bowl appearance against the New England Patriots. In the 9th straight win, that ties the franchise record from 1960 and 2003. This team is just, they're racking up records each and every time out. Carson Wentz has been a marvel. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. The team is playing so well, and 4 straight wins, partner, by 23 or more points. This team is not just winning, they're doing it impressively.
Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz. And his first pass is incomplete. The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down following the incompletion. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On play action, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Donnie Jones, an original 7th-round pick of the Seahawks, on to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
First carry now. This is Lacey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now Wilson on second down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On offense here, the starters for Seattle. And earlier we talked about all that Russell Wilson has done this year for this team. Hasn't really had much help in the backfield, has he?
No, he certainly hasn't. They started the season with Chris Carson really taking the lead role, the rookie out of Oklahoma State. He got hurt, 208 yards. Eddie Lacy, 176. J.D. McKissick, a former wide receiver, now turned running back, 144. And Thomas Rawls, who was a marvel for this team just a couple of short seasons ago, just 125 yards and a number of healthy scratches, not even dressing for games. These are awful numbers. The leading rusher for Seattle is Russell Wilson. It's 401 yards in the season.
Just hard to believe, though, all those guys in the backfield through 12 weeks, under 200 yards. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Bobby Wagner's one of the more fluid middle linebackers in the NFL, able to range deep in coverage, also able to rush the quarterback both inside and off the edge, and is an absolute tackling machine in the running game.
Second down, 8. To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Wentz now giving to Blunt on the draw. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly looked like the Torrey Smith we knew in Baltimore. A guy who can just run past defenses, and what do they say? Take the top right off of them.
Game-changing speed, and the days in Baltimore good, days in San Fran not so great, but now hoping to get back to his former self.
I would say they have an extremely motivated wide receiver in Torrey Smith.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd down, goal to go from the 6. Now Blunt showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
And out now come the Seahawks. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
I'm going to take a good, strong look at the veteran presence in the secondary. That is Malcolm Jenkins. Starts at safety, plays cornerback when they go into their nickel sets. He can move inside and cover the slot receivers. He's also a guy who knows how to turn the football around when he picks it off. 3 interceptions in 2016, 2 of them returned for touchdowns.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lacey. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They run it again with Lacey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Play action. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Again, here's Blunt. And he'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll go Wentz to Blunt here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Wentz going to give this one to Blunt. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blunt, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
Now a carry for Blunt. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And Blunt loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, I want to slip in some playoff picture talk here. AFC side, you got the Patriots and Steelers. They seem to be clear at the top. It gets pretty muddled after that, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And we talked last week about the AFC West. Remember the beginning of the season? Seemed like the best division in football. Maybe 3 teams could go to the playoffs. Well, it's no longer the best division in football, but it's still going to be a heck of a race for who's going to win it because Kansas City leads at 6-5, but no one's hotter than the Los Angeles Chargers right now. The last 2 weeks, they've just dismantled teams. And the Oakland Raiders are just a game out, despite the fact they haven't had their best season. So the AFC West, they're not going to get 3 in, probably only going to get 1, but what a race for that 1.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, Lacy. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Timmy Jernigan able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's John Ryan now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On play action, Wentz. The open man is Smith. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's Blunt. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 1st down.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it here with Blunt. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey from 6 yards away. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Again, it's Lacey. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fresh set of downs here. Now Wilson. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one complete to Lacey. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. To throw again is Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Lacey gets the handoff from Wilson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Seahawks trail at home at halftime. The Eagles will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Seahawks taking the field for their opening drive. Wilson's gonna find his mark, and it ends up working for a touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Midway through the first, Wentz has got the completion here. He caps off the 7-play drive with a score. Eagles tied up at 7. 3rd and long. Wentz is gonna complete the pass, and he'll be tackled at the 21-yard line. Eagles still on the field. Wentz hooking up here with Alshon Jeffrey. And finally on play 13, they score. The Eagles go up by 4.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. Shoves him aside. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down following the run. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Wilhoit with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Donnie Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. What a spin. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll try to get the offense going with Lacey. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Coming left is Lacey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 5. Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's John Ryan now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this This is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 82 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. All right, let's shift our attention to Eddie Lacy. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you. And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
They begin the drive with Lacy. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, second down.
Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to his team, and right now they're holding him down well below his normal yardage total, and his team's losing the game.
And we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff. Here's Lacy. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's John Ryan now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And out and out come the Eagles. Well, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Michael Bennett in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Wentz. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They forced a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Donnie Jones now, as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense now getting set to go again. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. On 2nd down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And now a 1st down following that long gain. The busy night continues for Lacey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on 1st down with Lacey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson now operating from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few 1st downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Play fake to Blunt. Now it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Wentz now to throw. And Blunt has it. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. Working from the gun. Wentz fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw is Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals are going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Lacy hit. He lost the football. It's out. And the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Completes it to Blount. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. Letting one go deep for the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Here's Wilson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Baldwin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now Wilson on second down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a pickup of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Wilson from the gun. He'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They run. It's Lacy. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Big Eddie Lacy denied on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. A dump off to Smallwood. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second down now after the incompletion. Now Wilson throwing again. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Wilson on first down. They find some open field here. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
One set. Eyes up. One set.
On second down, here's Wilson. And some space here. Space to run past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. Following the penalty now, Lacey. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tanner McAvoy. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve. And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start. It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored. Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. First and 10, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Now it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and short. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass. Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start. Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence. Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take. And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles. Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one. They're down to none? Yes, exactly right. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game
are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. They run the counter, Smallwood. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been terrific so far. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On 1st down, Wilson. And some room to work. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Out to the flat for Lacey. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Here's Wilson to throw on second down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he spikes it here with 35 seconds left. To throw is Wilson. Looking to throw on second down. A dump off to Lacey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
So now what do you do as it comes back to the 7?
I think you stick with your strategy. You've already told your team you're going for 2. You dial up a different play. The only saving grace, a bit more room to operate if you're deciding to throw the ball especially.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt. He'll look to throw, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.